Champions League RB Leipzig vs Aston Villa prediction, team news, lineups preview. With one side aiming to improve their chances of qualification, and the other apparently bound for Champions League elimination. RB Leipzig will host Aston Villa on Tuesday night. While luckless Leipzig have lost all 5 games so far, Villa have accrued 10 points and are still in the mix for a top 8 finish. Match preview. After making a scintillating start to their first Champions League campaign, winning 3 times without conceding a goal, Aston Villa have added only 1 more point from their last 2 fixtures in Europe's top club competition. Amid a dramatic slump in domestic form, the Villains slipped to defeat against Club Brugge in Belgium and then settled for a goalless home draw against injury-depleted Juventus, costing them their top 8 spot in the league phase standings. Nonetheless, Unai Emery's side have kept 4 clean sheets from 5 games so far, and the only time Emiliano Martinez has been beaten was by a Club Brugge penalty in quite bizarre circumstances. Since being held by Juve last month, the Birmingham club have brought an end to a worrying 8-game winless run across all competitions, recently posting consecutive home triumphs against Brentford and Southampton in the Premier League. Scorer of Villa's winner against Bayern Munich earlier this season, Johan Duran netted the only goal in the latter contest, as they scraped past Saints on Saturday, failing to fully capitalize on their dominance but still securing 3 points. Often deployed as a super sub, Duran is also his side's top scorer in the Champions League, with 2 goals, and has attempted more shots 9 than any of his teammates despite only being on the pitch for 35% of Villa's playing time so far. Having climbed back into the top half of the Premier League table, Emery's men will now head for Germany, knowing that even a draw would surely wrap up a playoff place. By contrast, Leipzig are staring an early exit in the face after losing all of their first 5 fixtures. Therefore, only victory will do if they are to have any hope of progressing to the knockout rounds. 4 of those defeats came by a slender 1-goal margin against tough opponents Atletico Madrid, Juventus, Liverpool and Inter Milan, while they were beaten 3-1 by Celtic in Glasgow during a dismal 6-game winless streak throughout November. Ending up empty-handed against Villa would see the Saxony side record their longest losing run in the Champions League and the longest by any German club since 2003, when Bayer Leverkusen suffered 7 defeats on the spin. Shining brightly despite all those setbacks, star striker Benjamin Sesko has scored 3 of Leipzig's 4 goals in the competition this season, and he found the net again at the weekend, as Marco Rose's men beat Holstein Kiel 2-0 in the Bundesliga. Days after ending their long wait for a win by knocking Eintracht Frankfurt out of the DFB Pokal, strikes from Sesko and substitute Andre Silva solidified their spot in Germany's top 4. Die Rotenbullen sit just 3 points behind second-placed Frankfurt. Champions League woes aside, Leipzig have actually lost just 3 of their last 27 domestic matches while winning 17. However, those defeats have all come during their last 5 league games. So Rose is still under pressure to disprove his doubters. Team news. Missing out on a return to Germany, ex-Leverkusen winger Leon Bailey suffered a hamstring injury during Aston Villa's weekend win over Southampton and now faces a couple of weeks on the sidelines. The visitors otherwise have most of their main men available, as Amadou Onana returned to the squad on Saturday following a foot injury. Only Jacob Ramsey hamstring joins Bailey in the treatment room at Bodymore Heath. Set to start again, England forward Morgan Rogers is one of only 5 men to reach double figures for completed dribbles 18 and chances created from open play 10 in this season's Champions League, joining an impressive list also featuring Vinicius Jr., Florian Wirtz, Savinho, and Johan Bakayoko. In addition to his European exploits, Honduran has now scored 6 Premier League goals from outside the box since the start of last season following his latest strike. And the Colombian striker will hope to keep his place ahead of Ollie Watkins. Meanwhile, Leipzig have a number of absentees, including Costello Luquiba, who serves a one-match suspension and is struggling with a thigh problem in any case. Influential playmaker Xavi Simon's ankle is still missing, and Marco Rose must also do without El Shaddai Bichiabu muscular, Eljif Elmas hamstring, Yusuf Poulsen thigh and Germany fullback David Raum ankle. Up front, Lois Openda has yet to hit the target in Europe this term, after racking up 24 league goals last season. But Rose can also call upon Antonio Nusa, who recorded a hat-trick of assists in last week's cup win, and Benjamin Sesko. The latter has already scored against Atletico Madrid and Juventus, in addition to 3 goals and 2 assists in the Bundesliga, plus 5 strikes for Slovenia in the UEFA Nations League. RB Leipzig possible starting lineup: Gulaxi, Gertruida, Seewald, Orban, Henrichs, Baumgartner, Haidara, Vermeeren, Nusa, Sesko, Openda. Aston Villa possible starting lineup: Martinez, Cash, Konsa, Torres, Digny, Kamara, Tielemans, Philogene, Rogers, McGinn, Watkins. We say RB Leipzig 2-1 Aston Villa. Having pushed some continental heavyweights close without tasting success so far, Leipzig are overdue a first Champions League win of the season. As Aston Villa's defense is still suspect and they do not tend to travel well, the talent-packed Bundesliga side should prevail. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.